So yeah, next turn we have 6 mana, which is Arachnid Horror into 4 Stygian Onlookers. And he only has 2 Fearsome Blockers. I mean, it looks like he's just mega fucked. Alright, 3 blockers. Good luck. What do you do against this? How do you win? How do you beat this? You just lose. They need to add more emo slots. I think 6 is a good number, honestly. I think it increases the skill ceiling, because it's like, it's hard to fit in, you know? Like, you have to make some aggressive cuts for emotes, and I think that's a good thing. It's like, it's not easy deciding what to cut. Is Transfusion really needed? I don't really like Transfusion in this deck. I think it's pretty trolly. I want to optimize this because this is a very strong, like, sort of like budget concept. Like, this is a really, really good deck for new players. I say that, my real logic is because I'm a dirty, dirty aggro player. I can't hide that fact from you guys. I'm only getting away stalking there is a little ambitious. So we can't deal with my Elise since he tapped under Thermo.
Come closer.
If he had Thermo in hand, would you play Butcher on 1 if you had Thermo in hand? In this matchup, I feel like that would be a misplay. Maybe I'm wrong though. Good old parlay and TF Ezreal. Not killing the keg with Elise before made you lose your Doom Beast, which could have saved 2 damage. Yeah, not killing the keg, I think actually might have lost us the game. Like, he probably had second fervor, but yeah, not killing the keg is a donkey move, obviously. Had a brain moment. Interesting. So it's like, I'd love to House Spider, but the odds of him having Make It Rain are pretty high. We can't really avoid giving that too much value. I think I'm okay with this though. Let's see what we get off of Shadows before committing to anything. Like, this is a good hand for like using Shadows a little bit earlier, because I really want to see what I'm getting. Onlooker, if he like taps under a certain range, Onlooker can be basically, you know, a crazy amount of damage here. So he passes immediately, playing full reactive. So it is pretty likely he does have, you know, the Make It Rain. If I House Spider, or like TF. TF at this point, since it's turn 4. Yeah. TF is even more likely than Make It Rain. This is nasty. I mean, I could mega slow play this, man. If his option is like TF and Make It Rain, let's play 1 non-ephemeral owl. I think we can actually win by slow playing this. I think I'll literally play 1 non-ephemeral owl, and then I think I'll just attack right now. I'm happy with this. Don't think we need more damage than this. Do I like fervoring this early? I think this fervor is kind of trolly, right? We need to get his keg out of the way anyway. Alright, seems good. We've got enough damage for our over the top. We've got the non-ephemeral onlooker later anyway. That's a great draw. That's a sick draw. Holy shit. That is actually crazy. So I think it's really, really important to not think of this as an aggro deck. This is a burn deck. They are different things. And burn is not really a subcategory of aggro either. Like, they are this is, it can be a subcategory of aggro, but this is not really an aggro deck. Wow. I mean, I could just start going face he doesn't really have great options on my open attack. Stalking Shadows could be the best play. How many hits does Stalking Shadows have? Skitterer? I'd Skitterer if I hit it. Let's go. This is how we have to think about Stalking Shadows. It's just like, always think of Shadows as a function of like what you'd actually like play for if you hit. That's huge. That fucks him. Like, don't use Stalking Shadows without a purpose, unless you have no other play in your hands. Always use it with a purpose, or have another play. So we can bank the mana here. We don't need to do anything crazy. So next turn, I think I open Skitterer. No. Ooh, oh fuck, that's a crazy draw. So now I open Horror into Skitterer into Onlooker. Like this is outside of Make It Rain range too. Absolutely ridiculous draw. Yeah, this guy's absolutely fucked. So now we play the other Skitterer. And at 6 mana, like, he doesn't really have a great option. He needed to have, like, Keg plus red card, but now he's screwed. So the thing about this deck is, like, you're not in a hurry. I mean, like I said, it's not an aggro deck. Okay, so he could have Static Shock. Static Shock is a pretty low value play. I'd be pretty happy if he Static Shocked me. Okay, sweet. So Stygian Onlooker is getting in 4 damage here. And I don't think we need to Fervor that early. So we want to play the Onlooker now while it maximizes value. And he has no blockers. So he'll be able to kill 2 things with Static Shock. And we're getting in 7 damage, which should be enough, I think. That should be all we need. His deck has no healing, so he should be dead now. So this is a really, really interesting game to break down. Do we have to use Horror now? Does it make any sense to use Horror now? Am I afraid of any like weird damage range on his side? Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, he can't heal. So like when you look at how this game played out, you have to realize like this is not an aggro deck. It's a bit aggressive, but it's almost more of a combo deck. Like, we're fine slow playing. When he represented, like, the red card on turn 2, we were totally fine using, like, a single Onlooker into an attack there, right? Like, we're not really in a hurry to end the game. So we just let this through and go down to 7, yeah? 7's fine. He does have, like, potentially, like, 2 warning shots. I mean, we can't really open with Fervor either, though, right? Block and Fervor? Wait, Marcus, you would block and Fervor here? That seems like such a throw. It's so easy to lose to like a double shot or something, right? It's so easy to lose by doing that. Like, Make It Rain shot. If we let this through, we have a much harder time, like, actually losing to face damage. I'm not really worried about face damage. If he has... So how many of these decks run Get Excited, actually? How many of these decks run Get Excited? So I think we have to play Onlooker now. Because if he represents... He could just go for lethal, and then we kill him. So we needed that opportunity. Ooh, that's a little spooky. Because we need to be able to respond to his lethal. So now he's got 5 mana and Warning Shot. So it's very unlikely he has lethal here. But he does have the fleeting Mystic Shot that he's pressured into using now. Whereas my mana doesn't matter, so I'm just passing. So now when he plays the fleeting Mystic Shot, now I've got a better opportunity to Fervor. So I can Fervor now in a way that is 100% uncounterable unless he's drawn like my 3rd Fervor off of his 2nd Black Market Merchant, right? Or something weird like that. My Fervor right now is otherwise completely uncounterable. I'll go in for the Fervor now. And I think there's a lot of hands that he could be on. I put him on a Doom Beast hand. I think he just put Doom Beast into his deck. And it's really, really hard for him to actually stop both Fervors here. A lot of Doom Beast hands would have to Doom Beast instead of Mystic Shot, and then we'd kill him. And now that he's tapped under a certain point, I can guarantee that I get the 1 fervor off. And all I need is that 1 fervor. And now, even if he has a Doom Beast hand, he can't respond to my open Decimate, so he loses. Oh my fucking god. I mean, it would be funny if that was a win. We beat Doom Beast by doing this. We beat, what Unspeakable Horror, because it's not enough to beat the Decimate. And now, he needs to have, like... I mean, he could have drawn a ton of kill shit from our deck. Like, there's like some... Like, he could have drawn, like... I mean, we had both of our fervors, though. What is he gonna draw from our deck that gives him the kill here? But I think we had to play it exactly like that. So, we need to change the list a little bit. But basically, this is kind of like the identity here, and I need you guys to understand, to see this list for what it is, because like I said, it's not like burn when it exists is not really an aggro archetype. This is much more. It's an aggressive combo archetype. Like we made a lot of slow decisions there. We're not in a hurry to end the game, and that's why healing. I wouldn't say counters this deck. A certain amount can, but healing doesn't inherently counter this deck. Don't get me wrong. I think I will change some cards in here to make it less aggro and more combo, because it still does have some remnants of an aggro identity, but this is not trying to be aggro, and there's a lot you have to think about when playing this deck. Like, if we played that game any differently at all, we probably would have lost. Against aggro, you just kill like a 1 health unit, and that's actually like very commonly important. And against like control, you race them down faster by deleting a blocker. Like, the strongest concept in the entire game is like flexibility between like fundamental archetypes in that way. Net decked already. Because I've got Skitterer, I will keep House Spider, but not Horror. In the mirror, would you keep Onlooker? We're attacking on turn 1. Oh, I don't think Onlooker's a power card in the mirror. I need power cards. Yuck, 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 we lost. Yikes, dude. Well, GG. I mean, he's playing this deck, and he probably has a better hand. We're gonna have to really, really, really outskill this guy here.
You won't suffer long.
Keeping House Spider might have been kind of troll. I mean, I only did it because I had Skitterer. Normally, I'm only going to wear that House Spider. Why the fuck did I keep the House Spider? That was a misplay. We're supposed to Stalking and pass. I think this hand's aggro. It's too early for Onlooker. I can't do Onlooker. I have Skitterer. I need to do Pet. So I'll pass here. And he'll know it's a burst pass. If his option is Skitterer, he'll pass back to me. And if it's not, he'll develop. So this gives me an attacker. His Elise will likely flip here. If he flips Elise on this action, we're kind of screwed. If he has a pet, he'll flip Elise now. And I think we can't win against the flipped Elise. So I need him to not pet here. He didn't have it on turn 1, so our odds are pretty good. Alright. So the Elise doesn't get to flip. That's a good start. And we're ready to get a big Skitterer attack turn. Could you maybe only play this deck on weekdays? I love watching you, and it's my only day off, and I hate this deck. So the way I tend to like play things is like, I mean, I don't like jam something long term for like weeks on end, but when I play a deck and I want to refine it, I'll spend like an entire day playing a deck, and then, you know, the next day I'll spend an entire day playing another deck. Now, I'm not gonna be playing this deck next weekend. Odds are. I mean, I might. Okay, if I'm playing this deck, I'm not going to play it, like, you know, all week, but if I happen to, for some reason, be playing it again, exactly on that date, 1 week from now, tell me in chat and I'll switch off, okay? Just for you. So we have a nice defensive Skitterer here. I don't know if we can win by taking defensive Skitterers, though. I think we cannot. I think we really have to... Jesus. We're so screwed, dude. We're so screwed. We can't race him down. We can't not do a defensive Skitterer here. But it's not ideal. TP hands, dude. Fucking losing to my own net deck. What? That seems like a misplay. That's a bizarre play. That can't make sense. Because, I mean, I have a free blocker for it. And it's a unique blocker this turn. It's a temporary buff. He's basically just trading it with this 2-1. I mean, I guess it keeps my spider count down a bit. But it's definitely not worth it here. Maybe we can outplay this guy. Maybe it's actually possible. He's gonna flip Elise. What are we gonna do? Okay, I need to hit a second skitter off of Stalking Shadows. If I do that, then maybe I can win, actually. If I do that, then I actually have a chance. Second skitter off of Stalking Shadows. Oh, here we go! It's finally arrived! We put it in the deck 4 hours ago! We finally drew it! We did it! Yo! This is what it's been for this entire time. Okay, we can start with Pet. It's ephemeral, but that's fine. We're just gonna try to deal damage here, basically. Do we need to do a defensive skitterer again? Dude, this hand is actually really unwinnable. He has 20 health. What's our game plan here? So I need to Stalking Shadows into an onlooker now, I think. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's okay. I got more skitterers. He who controls the skitterers controls the world. Like, that's actually just how this works. Okay, we've got an ephemeral skitterer for the block. In fact, we have 2 ephemeral skitterers for the block. So now we play another non-ephemeral skitterer. And he has to open attack into us. And his Elise, if he doesn't have a choice but to block with Elise, then we're good. If his hand actually can't interact with his board, if he doesn't have Unspeakable Horror. Oh, I said the card name right. This is the first time all day I said the card name right. Unspeakable Horror. If he doesn't have Unspeakable Horror, we're good. Because it's really, really risky going down that far. Like, you are sometimes just actually forced to block with Elise. He probably has Unspeakable Horror, though. At least one. Probably 2 of them. Horror would be sick here? Right! I know! It's going down to 9? Okay. Oh, he's using the Grenadier version. So he's good for an open attack here, but he can't actually kill us. And we actually do have, like, infinite skitterers. He's losing a fearsome blocker. That's never going to be able to die for value. So the correct play is to block with Spider so that we don't take the 1 damage. Because the skitterers will make that never a blocker anyway. So I only have 2 non-ephemeral skitterers. I need to, at this point in time, my objective is to just play as many skitterers as I can for the last attack turn. Which means my best action right now is to play a non-ephemeral skitterer. Can I get anything useful off of Fading Memories at all? If I play 2 skitterers next turn, I mean, I can only actually play 2 skitterers. Copy demo? Copying demo is just worse than copying more skitterers, guys. I can get Stygian Onlooker. Stygian Onlooker could be best. So I can start with Fading Memories on Onlooker. Let's try to go for the Onlooker. It shouldn't really be disruptible here, right? Okay, that's fine. We're out of ranges. Seems good. So now that we've played our card, our Nightfall is active, and Doom Beast keeps us perfectly out of that range. And we've got exactly 7 mana next turn, 7 unit mana for the double skitterer plus Onlooker, and 3 spell mana for the Noxian Fervor. So that's our load. That's all we got. That's the rest of it. If his last card is Decimate, I mean, we can't open attack. Man, are we dead to a Decimate hands? I guess I have to play my Demolitionist now then. Dead to Fervor as well. Yeah, that's true because of Grenadier. If I play my Demolitionist now, I lose my ability to Fervor. I can Fervor his Fervor. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't demo now. I just have to bank my mana. I need to have enough mana for double Skitterer plus Stygian. That's how we win. Yeah. We have to just bank full. If he has... if his last card is the second Decimate, then we lose. But if it's anything else, we're good. I think we beat anything other than Decimate here, right? So some Fervor plus X hands. Double Fervor. So I sacrifice the 2 health non-fearsome because that's the only way to play around the 1 damage ping lifesteal. If he has the 1 damage ping lifesteal, do we win anyway? It doesn't matter because not like this stat line can't matter. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do. So now we onlooker, and we have to do this first to play around Doombeast off the top. And now we played around Doombeast, and now we skitter after the Doombeast, reducing its attack, and we're good! What an easy game! Holy shit, dude. Woo! Out fucking played. We had such a worse hand than that guy. We had such a worse hand than that guy. Dude, this deck is fun.